Hello everybody! Welcome back to Code Shots with Profanis. In this video, we will see how to use the resource snapshot and we will see what it is and how to use that. To give you a small hint, we will see something like that, where we have a page with some results and then whenever we are searching, we can have something like that, where as you can see, we are retaining the data while displaying also a loading indicator. And not only that, we can even have something like this one, where again we are retaining the data while we're displaying a nice error banner. So this is what we're going to solve today. Without any further delay, let's get started. Like what we said at the intro of this video, we would like to retain the data while displaying a loading indicator. To achieve that, at first we have to have a condition like that. We have to make sure that if we are actually loading and if we have value, then we have to display just a loading indicator. And then we have something like that. If we have any error and at the same time we have values, then we would like to display a banner, an error banner. And this is the very first thing that we have to think of. How can we achieve this one? What we know from the Rx resource is that at the time that we are making an HTTP call, the status becomes loading and the value becomes undefined, which means that this is kinda impossible by design to accomplish. And the same thing is happening here. At the time that we have any error, we have the error object, but we do not have the value. And this is, again, something that we have to solve into this video. And for that reason, we'll have to use the snapshot. But wait a minute, what is a snapshot? A snapshot is a representation of the Rx resource. Think the following, that we're making an HTTP call and right away we have the status loading. And this is one of the very first snapshots that are getting created for us so that we can use that somehow. After we have the status loading, we have success or we can have a failure. In case we have a success, then we have the status resolved and we have the value data. Otherwise, we have a status error and then we have actually the error object, where is the HTTP error from the API. These are different snapshots that represent the Rx resource state. So let's now go to VS Code to see how we can create a snapshot. So this is no more like a usual resource, Rx resource, where we have here the params, which is my search term, and then eventually I have a product service where I'm invoking the get products. Nice. And then I have here my resilient resource, and this is what we're going to create together. But for now, let me comment this out, and I would like to focus mainly here into the product resource. Before we see what the snapshot is, let's first go to the browser to see what we have. Having only the default resource at the time that we're making any call, what we can see is that we have a skeleton loader. We do not have the loading indicator, we do not retain the data. And the same thing is happening whenever we have an error response. So here, we will continue seeing here the skeleton loader because we didn't handle the error case. And if we go back to VS Code, we can see here that we have this kind of skeleton loader that is being displayed whenever we have a loading and we do not have a value. So let's now go back again to the TS code to focus mainly on how to create a snapshot to see how we can eventually retain the data. Well, since we have here the product resource, what I'm going to do is something like that. I will create the product snapshot equals this product resource dot snapshot. And just by doing that, we'll have a snapshot which is a representation of a resource state. Nice. Let's now go to the definition of the snapshot to see the following, that this is my resource snapshot, which is represented by this kind of schema. Whenever we have the status idle, we do have the value. Whenever we have the status loading or reloading, we do have the value. Same thing is happening with resolved and local, but look at here. Whenever we have the status error, we do not have the value. Instead, we have just the error object. So let's now close that and say the following. We cannot use a snapshot into the UI directly. We have somehow to convert that back to a resource. And to do that, we can utilize a function. So I will do the following. I will have that with underscore, and then I will create the product resource equals, and then I'm going to use the resource from snapshots function, where here I'm going to use this guy, product snapshot. The resource from snapshot, we can see that this is part of Angular core package, is a helper function that is responsible to convert a snapshot back to a resource. And now, just having this kind of code, if we go to the HTML, we expect everything to work as expected. Nice, we do have now the skeleton loader, but how about the loading indicator? To achieve the loading indicator along with retaining the data, we have to utilize another Angular primitive, which is the linked signal. So let's do that together. At first, let me comment this out and also comment this out, and we will start from, let's say, clean state, and I will have my product snapshot equals my linked signal, where my source here will be the product resource.snapshot. This is what I want to work with. And then into my computation function, what we know is that we have two arguments there. The first one is the actual source, and the second one is the previous object. So the first argument will be my snapshot, and the second one will be my previous. And now we can focus mainly here. What I would like now to do is the following. I would like to make sure is my current state, the one that is currently ongoing, has the status loading, and if my previous one, which means that I already had some data, and if my previous have value. So let's see, if my snapshot.status equals loading, and I do have previous, and you know what, I also need to make sure that my previous one has actual data, which means that I do not have any error state. This is the condition that we have to focus on. What we are doing is that we are checking if my current status of my snapshot is loading, and if eventually I have previous, and if my previous status is not an error, which guarantees that we will eventually have some values. Ignore this kind of error for now. And in this case, what we would like to do is to return a custom object where my status will be loading, and then I have also to return my value. This is how we are achieving to return the status loading by retaining the data. And for my value, I will have my previous.value.value. I know that currently we have some errors here, we will fix them. Otherwise, I want just to return my snapshot. And now let's focus into the error. What do we have here? It says that the previous value is of type unknown. Of course, because we didn't provide any generic type into the linked signal. So let's fix that. And I will do that just by providing this kind of types, which is my resource snapshot of product array. Nice. So now we know that we have a snapshot that is following this kind of logic. And what we said previously is that whenever we have a snapshot, we have to convert that back to a resource. And to do that, we have to utilize this function. So you know what, let me just copy that and I will paste that right here. Now what I'm doing is that I have actually my snapshot and I'm converting that back to a resource utilizing this function. Now if we go to the browser, we expect, if everything went well, we expect to retain the data while displaying a loading indicator, and we can see that just by typing echo here. Nice, we have the loading products and we have the data as well. Awesome. So let's now continue and do the second part. It seems that we have already covered the very first one, and the second one is to retain the data, but at the same time we want to display an error banner. The very first thing that comes to our mind is the following. You know what? What I want to make sure is that whenever my snapshot status is not loading, but is an error, then what I have to do is to return the status, for example, error, and also to return the value. And here we have an error. Let's see what this is all about. And it says that property error is missing in type, of course. Whenever we are returning the status error, we have also to return the actual error. So let's do that. So I will have here error, snapshot, error. Nice. So let's now go again back to browser to see what we have. And you know what, this time I will open also the developer tools. I have already prepared an HTTP API for this one for this reason. and whenever I'm typing error, what I'm doing is that I'm throwing an error exception. So let's see, if I type error here, we see that the page hangs, and at the same time we have an error here. Resource is currently in an error state, so it seems that we need somehow to handle this kind of error. But why do we have this one? So if we go into the source code of Angular, directly into the code of the snapshot resource, what we see is the following. And now let's focus only here. Whenever we try to grab the value, we have a condition and makes this kind of check. If the state status is error, then throw an exception. And this is the reason that we cannot have this condition here. So let me undo everything and just have it as is. For that reason, we have to produce a custom state. So to do that, we will create the custom resource method, and this guy will do the following. At first, we will have a const has error, which will be no more like a signal false, which will be the default value. And then internally, you know what? At the same time that we're going to handle the error, how about if we handle both cases? We will handle the loading indicator and we will handle the error as well. So let me just grab this kind of code and I will move that just right here. I will have here my const product snapshot, and now I have this kind of logic here which handles the loading indicator. And now let's continue, and in this case we're going to replicate this one and we're going to handle the error case. So whenever the snapshot status is error, and whenever the previous one had no error state, then the status that I would like to utilize here is not an error, but this time, you know what, I will use resolve. But what we need to make sure is that we need to provide a clear API to HTML so that it knows how to display the error banner. But if you remember previously, we introduced the has error. So let's do that. And here I will have into my untracked just my has error set to true. Awesome. So now utilizing that one, we are introducing a custom state. And in a sec, we're going to use that and you will see how to do that. And you know what? Let also, since we are handling both cases, let me copy this guy and I will paste that into the loading indicator, but this time I will make that to false. Nice. But what we said at the beginning is that here we have the snapshot and we have now to convert that snapshot to a resource. And we will know how to do that. We're going to use the resource from snapshots. So let me also grab this one, the resource from snapshots. Let me comment this out just for a sec. And just under of this condition, I will have here const my product resource equals resource from snapshots. And then we have to provide here my actual snapshot that we have just derived based on these internal conditions. And now it's time to return what we have to return for our HTML. And our HTML, what it requires is to have the isLoading, the value, and also, let me remove the comment from this one, and also to have the has error. Nice, so let's see. I'm going to have here my isLoading, which is going to be a computed property from my product resource isLoading. Then I'm going to have my actual value, and again, this is going to be a derived property from my product resource value. And we also need to have the has error, which is going to be no more like a computed property from my has error. Nice. And you know what? Why not? I want also to return my error. Since I now have my isLoading, value, has error, and error, all I have to do is start using my custom resource. And we're going to do that right here. So here I have my product resource equals this custom resource. And what we expect this guy to return is the properties that we created just a second before. And if we now go to the browser, we expect to have everything to work as expected. So let's give that a try. I will type echo, and we can see that we have a loading indicator while retaining the data, but how about now the error state? So I will type here just like error. We have the loading indicator, and after a while we have the error banner while retaining the data. So this is what I wanted to share with you today. Please let me know what you think in the comments below and do not forget to subscribe and click the ring bell. See you in the next video.